another Crafty Kits for Kids. Well, today I have been so busy working on my garden. And do you know what? My garden is being overrun with bunnies. Hop, 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 hop. And yours will be too when you are done with this Crafty Kit. Today, the Crafty Kit that I'm showing you is available all May long, and we have it at the Findlay Hancock County Public Library in our Children's Services area or through our Curbside Pickup program. It's also available at the Arlington Branch Library as well as the Bookmobile. And if you're unable to get out to any of those places, that's okay. I try to do my best to use things that you might have around the house. So maybe you can find pieces like I have that you can use, or you can get creative and come up with something that's kind of like mine. So let's have some fun and get creative. So let's get started right away and work on these hopping bunnies. So you will want to find your bunny picture, your sheet of green paper, and yes, it should have this little cut through the center. You will be using a craft stick, a cotton ball, and then you will want to find some glue or tape or both, scissors, and crayons. So once you have all of your supplies ready, you will begin by coloring your bunny. Now, I chose to color my bunny brown, but you can pick any color you like. If you want it to be a realistic bunny, like gray or brown or tan, or you want it to be a really colorful, fun bunny, it's totally up to you. You might notice that I changed the way I'm holding my crayon depending on how I am coloring. So when I'm coloring a big space, I'm just gonna show you with a purple crayon. When I'm coloring a big space like this, I hold my crayon on the side. And when I'm coloring a smaller space, like say around the bunny's face and ears, I hold it like this. And I use the point of the crayon. So you can use the side of your crayon for bigger spaces and the point of your crayon for the smaller spaces. Now, it's your choice what color jacket your bunny wears. I have one that has an orange red. Earlier I did one in blue, and it's really up to you. When you are done coloring your bunny, you will want to take your scissors and the colored bunny paper and cut it out. Now you might notice these lines are a little bolder and thicker than normal, which is great. It makes it even easier to stay on the line while you cut. Make sure you use the scissors that are the right size for you. And as always, have an adult be there with you while you work on your cutting skills. When you are done cutting out your bunny, you will want to take your glue and we'll pretend this is cut out. You'll put a little bit of glue on that bunny tail spot, and then you just pop the cotton ball onto it. The next step after that is to take your craft stick and you will line it up. I'm going to show you the way I did it on here. You will line the top portion of your craft stick up about halfway on your bunny, and then I used tape. You can use tape or glue to secure your bunny to the craft stick. After that, well, now you get to be really creative and take this big green sheet and color a setting for your bunny. Now, I made one with the flowers. I did an orange flower and another orange flower, and then I made a carrot. So mine is going through a flower garden with some vegetables for it to snack on later. Earlier I made one that had a purple flower and an orange flower. It can be anywhere. You might not want your bunny in a garden, and that's okay, because this is up to you and you get to be creative about where your bunny is hopping around. And I would love to see where your bunny ends up hopping around. So please do share your creations with us. Now, once you're done, you will slide your bunny through your green paper and start hopping it around. Yeah, it's even easier to do when it's flat on the table, but hop, 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 oh. Time for a carrot. Let's have some fun making blooming cupcake flowers. So for this craft, you will use the larger cupcake holder and the smaller cupcake holder, the button, the pipe cleaner, as well as this little green butterfly. You'll also want to have some scissors from your house. And I kept some tape handy just in case I had any accidents while I was cutting the flowers. So what you'll want to do first is you will want to take your larger cupcake holder and fold it in half, and then you'll fold it in half again. Now you will cut along the folded edges, and be careful that you don't cut it too small. You're just kind of rounding it out, and also be careful you don't get too close to that center part where it's all folded up tight. If you leave a little more space away from cutting there, it's a lot easier to take apart. Notice how this one, slide it down, has a much thicker middle. It's wider. This one has a much thinner middle, and so it's much more fragile. So leave space. Next up, so then you unfold it, and after that we will do the same thing with our smaller cupcake holder. So you'll fold it in half and then fold it again, and you'll cut it curved just like we talked about, just like you did the last time, and just don't get too close to that the end that's all folded up tight, and it will come out looking like this. Now if you do an extra fold, you will end up with more petals. This one has 4 petals. This one has more because I folded it one more time before I cut. Mind you, if you do that, it's a lot more delicate and easy to tear. That's why we keep this around, which I did end up having to use. I cut a little too close to my center. So take your time. This is going to be something that's really fun for some of our older kids, but it might be a little more challenging for our younger kids who might need a little more adult attention, and that is totally okay because you're still going to enjoy the fun of putting it all together. So once you are done and you are satisfied with how your petals look, take your larger cupcake holder petals and slide your pipe cleaner through the middle, and then you do the same with your smaller. Now I chose to put the more colorful side of my cupcake holder up on top so I see that. Otherwise it would look kind of white. So you do that. Now you get that button and you poke it through. Now buttons come in lots of different ways. None of these buttons are the same. Some have 2 holes, some have 4 holes, some have a little holder underneath, a little hole is underneath. So it will depend on what your button is like as to how you do this. But you're going to poke your pipe cleaner up through that button on the top, and then you can either fold it back over or wrap it around the bottom of it. It's up to you. After you have your button attached, you can kind of slide everything up to it and you can fold it around however you want your flower to look. Just remember to be gentle because these petals will tear. And then you take that green butterfly, which I think kind of looks like leaves too, which is fun. And you just poke straight through the center of it, sorry butterfly, and slide it up. And you're all done. You have made a beautiful flower. Good work, a cupcake flower. Just don't eat it. Well, friends, it has been a great time crafting with you. I hope you enjoyed all of the fun. And I hope you will join me again next month because we will have zany zoo animals crafty kits for next month and it's going to be a lot of fun. So June will be zoo themed and you can pick up this crafty kit with the cute little bunnies and flowers all May long. Now, I would love for you to include an amazing story with your craft. That is why I have a couple of books on my bookshelf that you can check out at your local library. We have The Ugly Vegetables by Grace Lynn and Elizabeth Adventures of a Carnivorous Plant by H.A. Ray. So I hope you'll stop by and check them out. Now, I think it would be fun if we rhyme our way out. And this rhyme is included in your Crafty Kit packet. And it's a classic nursery rhyme called Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary. So it goes like this. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. All right, friends, see you next time. Bye.